Down to the Nyla Rose, Nyla Beast, native Nyla Rose the Beast.
We saw last week on AEW Dynamite.
Bam, bam. Down with the best friend. Bum. Sorry. Thunder, Rosa, Thunder, she's Rosa, Thunder, she's Rosa. Ruby Soho, Ruby Soho. I know you would love that. I knew you would love that. Ruby Soho.
Are you fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
I just love how Mark just dead stares everybody every time that video plays.
Every time.
All right. On that note, what is going on? This is another edition of the Pin Down Podcast. Tonight's Wednesday, and we're here to review the Dynamite show. And we got a lot to talk about. Before we get started, Trey, how was your day?
It was pretty good. It's kind of relaxing. I had to work for a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than this fucking show. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys sound like bored. Come on, hype it up.
Well, the show was shit. What can I really say? It was garbage.
There was nothing exciting about the show tonight.
No,
exciting.
This is the.
It's depressing.
Look, chat. I was lucky enough to miss the show, so I won't be on here tonight, but I will be in the background. So I will roast Mr. T and Trey if they get too down in the dumps because they had to watch shit AEW Dynamite. Just think about it. You could have watched SmackDown. That would have been a good show.
Yeah, that would have been a good show.
Show. I get to watch SmackDown this week, and I didn't have to watch AEW. I'm so lucky. I hope you guys have.
Yeah. Anyway, let's pull up. Let's pull up chat and let's get started on this shit show. My lord. Dude. Let's see who's in here. Let's see. Tris.
Hey,
what is going on? Thank you for being here. Gravy D. Good to see you, Gravy. And there's only 2 people in chat, so not that much to go off by. Anyway, let's get started the show. Good lord. Where are they at tonight, Trey? Clarksville, Tennessee, or Indiana?
It's something Indiana, And it's really quick.
Tennessee, whatever. Anyways,
this is what you follow Raw Netflix with? Really?
Trey, I'm going to be honest with you. The first match, I was kind of getting into it. And then all of a sudden, there was
the first match wasn't terrible.
Yeah, and there was that midway of the match that I saw. I'm like, you know what? You guys completely lost me. But anyways, the show starts off. They do a recap of the Japan pay-per-view just happened last Saturday in the States, Sunday in Japan. They did a recap on that. The first match tonight was Buddy Matthews and Will Ospreay. And I'm not going to lie, I am not a big Will Ospreay fan. But this match, I was really liking this match until, like I said, the midpoint of this match.
Well, I'll say this. Ospreay was at least selling. He was selling for a bit, and he wasn't doing his usual flip bullshit. I was like, okay, it's all right. Yeah, not the best match in the world.
And the announcers on commentary were Excalibur, Ian Riccaboni, and Matt Daddy Magic. I can't remember his name, Matt something. Anyways, there was a point in the match of Ospreay selling his ribs from the Continental Classic, right?
Yeah.
So that's happening. All that good stuff. Yeah. He's selling his ribs. The commentators are selling it like, he's not recovered from all those tournament matches he had, blah, 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 blah. Buddy Matthews did one of the coolest things I've ever seen that should have been the finish, but of course, we had to do a video game match and had to shit the bed on that. Buddy hit a reverse go to sleep that looked very, very good and safe. I'm like, dude, you should be using that move all the time because it looks good. Then he followed it up. Yeah, and then he followed it up with a curb stomp. He goes for the cover. 1, 2, and I mean the slightest 3 almost. Nearest fall I've ever seen. Ospreay kicks out, of course. He gets picked back up. They're fighting off again, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, Ospreay gets up, and it looks like he was going for a power bomb, I think Buddy was. He was going for like a buckle bomb or something. And Ospreay reversed it and turned into a Styles Clash. And I'm like, okay, this is probably the finish, right? No.
You would think.
Near fall again, kick out. Then the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Ospreay goes in the corner, and he's about to do the swing, the sling blade finish, whatever he calls it. I can't remember what he calls it, but it says finish with the elbow. And Buddy's just sitting there on his knees, just like waiting for him to do it. Like he just puts a smile on his face. And Ospreay's like, "Oh, bro, look time, bro." He goes in there and hits him with the blade, pins him 1, 2, 3. The match should have been ended. The match should have ended when Buddy did the reverse go to sleep into the curb stomp. That would have been the perfect finish to go off in that match. But of course, we had to do stupid shit that made no sense whatsoever.
And before anybody brings up, oh, but Raw, there were a million finishes. I called that out too. So don't bring that argument up just in case any fucking retard bring that argument up. This was stupid. The finish, it went bullshit video game match.
Yep.
It sucks because I'll be honest, the first how long was the match? 20 minutes ish.
Yeah, it started at 8:02 and it ended around 8:18 probably. Right.
Okay, so that's about 15 plus minutes. It's like, all right, this should have been a 10-minute match. That's one of the reasons I'll at least say, besides Raw and Netflix, but the last couple weeks, they at least do short matches. This is why we have short matches, because it has a nice flow. Rewatch an Attitude Era match, or even old TNA, where TV matches were 10 minutes, and they felt like you're watching a classic because it wasn't just a million fucking finishers, and it wasn't just everybody kicking out of everything. It wasn't overproduced, and this is what we get now. So,
yeah. Then you got Ospreay after the match is over with. He grabs the microphone, tells Buddy how good he is. Like, "I've wrestled your best mate, Brody, in the UK, bro. He's good. You guys are both good. You don't need to be in the House of Black." I'm not gonna do his voice. I can't do it.
What happened to his feud with Teamy Randy Orton? What happened with that? Is that done?
I don't think so. I think it's one of those things where, they just try to give it a break for the week, I guess. But we'll talk about that because that happened at almost at the end of the show. He just Ospreay tells Buddy Matthews that him and Brody King are so good, they don't need the House of Black. They can go singles or they can go tags. And he's like, next time you want to go one-on-one, I think you can be the world champion or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And he puts his hand out and he shakes Buddy's hand. They both shake each other's hands and Ospreay fucks off. So apparently I was looking online, and apparently it looks like that Aleister Black's pretty much finished up with the company. He's done. So
yeah, he's waiting. He'll be waiting till I'm assuming sometime later in the year he'll be back in WWE. I say either end of the summer or the fall. Aleister Black's back in WWE.
I would like to say at the Rumble, but I don't know.
I would love to say it. I think that's too soon. That's why I was saying the summer or the fall, because I think that's a more realistic time.
Yeah, that'd be great. I like to see Aleister Black back because there's a lot more. I think people will buy him more being the dark character than what's his name? Cross.
Cross.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't want it, but if he took over the Final Testament, I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, I say Black just do his own thing.
Or you know what?
Yeah.
Him and I'm trying to think of a good feud for him. Him and Seth would be good. Obviously him and Punk. I think the Battle of the Kicks or something,
Yeah, him and Punk would be really good. Yeah. There's definitely a feud. I think there's money there because Punk wanted to do something in AEW beforehand, but until he got fired.
Ooh, Braun Breaker. That could be a good one.
Yeah, Alistair versus Penta might be good too, but anyways, what's the next segment of this match? So there's another segment. Private Party comes out, and their thing came on the screen and said, "Oh my guys, it's Private Party." I honestly forgot these guys worked for the company and were the fucking tag team.
I don't even know.
I totally forgot. And they came out.
Guys are.
Yeah, and they came out with the most middest of bitches I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
God.
Where did you find these bitches at?
Yeah, these were not. Especially because they're supposed to be these hoochie mamas, and you couldn't find some attractive ones.
Trey, the goth bitch next to Isaiah. Holy shit, she looked terrible. Oh my god. She was so pale, she was clear.
Yeah.
Like, she was
that was bad.
So they go in there and do their whole private party shtick. They go in there with the VIP, pretty much the VIP lounge, and when they do, the Hurt Syndicate shows up, and Bobby shows up, MVP, Shelton, and everything between. They come in for a toast, and Bobby's basically saying, "Here's a toast of us dethroning you guys for the tag team titles," which I'm
weird.
totally fine with that.
That was weird though. Like, why are they cheersing? Like, what is happening? Why are they cheersing each other? That's weird. I mean, I would hate it though. Bobby getting I wouldn't mind, I guess, his first title being a tag title. I'd rather be the AEW title, but the tag title isn't that's not a terrible first title. If you're gonna give him anything, it's better than giving him like the mid-card belt, right?
Well, here's my thing. I don't understand why they don't have Powerhouse Hobbs in there, because no offense, I'm not going to spoil anything in the head, but anyways, Hobbs, he's been so damaged with so many groups. He's been in like 2 groups or 3 groups since he's been in AEW, and everything's just not worked. But like, honestly,
he has a look. He has the look too.
Like, he would fit so well with them guys. Put him in a 2-piece suit. Are you kidding me?
Honestly, Bobby Lashley could kind of groom him to be his like personal apprentice, because he could kind of be the next Bobby Lashley in that sense. They're both big dudes.
Yeah, think about it. You got Shelton him teaching him how to be like a real killer. Like, oh my god, are you serious? And MVP being his mouthpiece. Oh my god, dude, what the hell are we doing here? But that match, they leave the VIP lounge and they come in to the ring, and it's Mark Briscoe versus Bobby Lashley, and the match was okay. It was nothing to write home about.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst thing ever. It was quick. Bobby won. That was good.
Yeah, and MVP's on commentary, by the way. I forgot about that too.
That wasn't terrible. And Bobby doing like the beating them up after. I'm like, okay, all right.
But Bobby wins by submission with the Hurt Lock. Post-match, the Hurt Syndicate attacks Briscoe, but the Private Party make a save, chairs in hand, and they go to a break. That's how they go back to the break, and pretty much they just fuck off, and nothing. There was nothing like leading up to after the end of the break or nothing like that. I think they went into the Casino Gauntlet match, right after.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So the first 2 people that start the match, it's Jay White and Hangman Adam Page, and kind of saw this coming.
Confused. That's where I got confused. I'm like, is this a battle royal? Is this what is this?
Yeah, it's a battle royal with pinfalls and submissions. There's no over the top. It's basically a Royal Rumble with pinfalls. That's exactly what it is.
Fuck, that's stupid. There's a reason we don't do that in most wrestling companies.
And yes, you came up with it. All 4 eyes himself, Tony Khan. He came up. He loves it. He loves.
I get it. You want to come up with your own thing, but this was the problem with TNA. Sometimes you don't need to rock the boat. That's like WCW worked.
Yeah.
They didn't, for the most part, until like the shittier end. They didn't always.
Don't forget the reverse battle royal in TNA. Remember, you had to start from the outside to get back in.
Or even Lethal Lockdown. That was stupid, kind of. Ultimate X. That was their best thing. Ultimate X.
Yeah, Ultimate X is pretty cool. Yeah, I like that match type.
Why WCW worked mostly when they're competing against WWF? They pretty much had the same matches.
Yeah,
for the most part, outside of like maybe War Games. Largely, they were pretty much original.
Yeah.
Or
getting back to the match. The third person into the ring was Kring's favorite wrestler of all time, Wheeler Yuta, a.k.a. Wheeler Useless.
Yeah.
He comes in.
Oh, come the fuck on. I can't be catching strays back here, bro.
Oh, you are. You are. Look, you missed the show. You're going to get it. We're going to shoot on you tonight, brother.
No. Wheeler Yuta's your favorite, man. He's the next.
You know what? I'll say it. He'd be decent if he put on like 20 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, he is small as fuck, dude. If you remember, what was that guy? Colin Delaney. He's as small as that fucker.
Trey, you know what's funny? He actually grew into his body. He's actually got some size. Now he's overweight. So he kind of wins.
Are you sure?
Oh, I've seen him. I've seen him.
So Colin Delaney's bigger than Wheeler Yuta now.
Yes.
Fuck.
My big toe's bigger than Wheeler Yuta.
That's bad, dude. Because if you remember him back in 2008, how small that guy was. Holy shit.
But out fifth, it's Adam Cole, baby. He comes. I'm sorry. My bad. I got ahead of myself. The fourth person that came out was Ricochet. He comes out to
Ricochet, yeah.
Swerve Strickland's music. Whose house? And he said something about, yeah, he's my bitch. And he did that stupid John Cena 2004 freaking.
I hate this character. What is this heel character? What is he doing?
He came out with like a freaking like I don't
cape.
even know what. Like,
he had a cape. He had like a cape.
Like half cape, half robe. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? He came out and
bad.
Oh, good Lord. Anyways, coming out fifth now, it's Adam Cole. Speaking about someone else who's also small, he comes out. Adam Cole does his typical stuff, blah, blah, blah. Nothing really to write home about. Comes out sixth is Red Death, which I don't know what that is, but Daniel Garcia, he came out. And there was, well, you know what? Going back to the Ricochet thing for a minute, Ian Riccaboni made me want to throw up. Because when Ricochet showed up, Ian Riccaboni said, oh, hey, man, Adam Page. He thought he was going to take on his generational feud. And I'm just like, you really put Hangman and Swerve as a generational feud? Holy shit. What a delusional fuck.
Generational
Yes. If you don't believe me, guys, if you have the ability to do it, go back and watch the replay and listen to what he says. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and my feet have not left the ground. I swear to God, on a stack of Bibles, that's what he said.
I hate wrestling fans.
Yeah. And then it came out seventh. It's Powerhouse Hobbs. And let's see. Then we had a commercial break. Blah blah blah. Roderick Strong comes out eighth, and the last participant in the match. No, the two last participants. It's Lance Archer at ninth. And Kyle O'Reilly at 10th.
Was it?
And then,
she wasn't.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett. And
which, when I heard Jeff Jarrett's music, I'm not gonna lie, I tuned out.
And by the way, Jeff Jarrett didn't get in the match. Wheeler Yuta came back because Lance Archer came into the match. Wheeler ran to the back like a little bitch, hid, and then when Jeff came out, he attacked Jeff at the aisleway, and him and Jeff
for some reason.
And there was actually one spot. Yeah, and there was actually one spot in the match. It was Garcia and Wheeler Yuta. I both looked at them guys. I'm like, oh my God, these two look like preschoolers at school fighting over the last juice box.
Yeah, it's bad, bro.
It was bad, dude. Holy fucking shit.
This whole match is so overbooked. It was the whole concept's overbooked anyway, so I'm not going to go too into that. But I mean, Powerhouse Hobbs at least looks like a wrestler. That was
he looks like a somebody. He looks like a somebody. He looks like a vicious killer. Like literally, he looks like a somebody. He doesn't like some joke. He's not like one of these guys who are under 6 foot and they look like freaking maybe 45 pounds soaking wet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's just good Lord. But getting back to the match, Powerhouse Hobbs wins with pinfall with the spinning spine buster on Kyle. Then there was a post-match interview with Renee. He basically comes in. Powerhouse says that John Moxley is the reason why that he gets to be in AEW in the first place. He's the one that brought him in. And he said next week in Cincinnati that he is going to make John Moxley his bitch. And Renee Young, or Renee, whatever her freaking last name is now, Paquette, she gave Powerhouse Hobbs one of the most stankiest looks I've ever seen on a person. And this whole freaking Death Rider shit, they have buried her too in the process because this is the woman supposed to be the mother of his child. And you mean to tell me she doesn't know what he's doing? Like what he's coming up with at night to freaking make AEW's life a living hell? And she's employed by the company?
Yeah, that was fucking stupid. This whole story is stupid. I mean, I think the right guy won, at least, but he's gonna lose. We all know he's gonna lose.
Yeah, he's not going over on Moxley. He's gonna be in his hometown. Moxley's gonna be in his hometown. My city. He's not going to put him over. Let's just be real about that one. But then Powerhouse Hobbs leaves the ring, and all of a sudden Jeff Jarrett shows up. Like he's defeated. He's wearing his double J t-shirt with the towel. Like he just sounds like, man, that little bitch took my shot in the match. Blah blah blah. He comes over and gives him a high, basically shakes his hand. Powerhouse does. Jeff's going to the ring, and we're going to the commercial break. We come back. Jeff Jarrett's in the ring, about to do an interview with Ian Riccaboni, And all of a sudden, when he was about to speak, the devil showed up. MJF came out. Pretty much MJF came out and said that he was going to make a deal with Jeff Jarrett because he found out that apparently Jeff Jarrett's deal only lasts for the year. And if Jeff Jarrett doesn't win the world title this year, he's not going to reach his goal, right? So MJF said there's a lot of people that has his belt. There's a lot of people that want the belt. He wants his Triple B. He told Jeff, I'll make a deal with you. I'll help you win my Triple B. And when I help you win the Triple B, you give me the first world title shot. And Jeff's over there pondering off, and he's, thinking about it. Jeff just comes back and says, you know what? I've learned more than my failures than my successes. And he said, the only thing you are is an entitled little prick. And pretty much told him basically go to hell. And that was the end of that segment. So it looks like we're getting MJF versus Jeff Jarrett in year 2025. Apparently.
Did Adam Cole finish? What the? This is my problem with AEW. Yeah. They never finish feuds, or if they do, you kind of forget they finished.
Yeah, that feud ended. That feud ended. Thank God.
So they're not dragging it. I guess they're just done with it because people don't like it. Okay. But Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett.
Why not go back for the Continental title?
Well, as a match, it might be good. As a feud, I'm not asking for this. I'm not asking for this at all. I don't know if Jeff Jarrett has naked pictures of Tony Khan doing some illegal stuff or something, but someone's either Tony's getting blackballed or Tony really thinks this is good shit. like I don't know. I really don't understand this at all. I just don't. But that was pretty much after that. We come back from a break. We got footage from the last ever rampage of the Death Riders kicking Darby Allin down a flight of stairs. And all of a sudden, the man that we all know, the newest AEW superstar, the Rated R superstar, Cope, is coming to the ring, and he gets the mic. He's calling out Jon Moxley. And boy, I want to know and you know what, too, before I forget. When the show first started, they did not refer to him as Adam Cope. Or I'm sorry, they didn't refer to him as Cope. They referred to him as the Rated R superstar, Adam Cope. Doesn't that sound better than just
That
Cope?
sounds better. I still don't, I don't really like Cope as a name, but okay.
Are you fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, dude, I don't understand. Like, I think either two things. Either Edge, Adam Copeland, whatever you want to call him now, Cope. Either he saw people's comments on Twitter and was like, you know what? Maybe we should just go by Adam Cope, or just what we doing on commentary. Refer to me as Adam Cope. When the ring announcer, when I come out, refer to me as Cope. I think Adam Cope sounds way better than freaking just Cope.
Yeah,
it sounds way better. But he comes out and he calls out Jon Moxley. He's telling Moxley, he's like, I know you're a seductive son of a bitch. He said, you taking out Darby Allin. You tried taking out my friends FTR, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to see you try to do that with me. And he's about to say another word, and all of a sudden, Jon Moxley's shitty-ass music hits with the other Death Riders, and no one gives two fucks about. They all come out, Wheeler, Marina Shafir, Claudio Castagnoli, or Ravioli, whatever you want to call him now. They come out, no world title. I didn't see the briefcase tonight, even though if I didn't pay attention or what, I didn't see it. But
it came out later. Okay. They did use it later.
Okay, I did not see that. So that happens, right? FTR comes out of nowhere. They came out the same side as the Death Riders do, right there by the announce table. They came out the same way and they start attacking everybody. And Moxley is getting his ass whipped by Edge. They're having a big schmaz. They're having a fight. Edge is about to go. I'm referring to him as Edge. Goes into the corner and he's trying to do a spear to Edge or to Moxley. And all of a sudden, Marina Shafir gets up in the apron. And Edge just stops midway and he grabs her. He pulls her up by the hair to the ring apron. And he looked like he was on a decker, right? Like it looked like something was going to happen. Like he was on a smacker. something. We know he wasn't gonna make out with her because let's just be real. There's nothing to make out with. That's a face only a mother could love. But Wheeler comes over and attacks. No, I'm sorry, not Wheeler. It's Pac comes in with the steel chair and hits Edge in the back. So
no, I think that was the brief. That was the briefcase. That was the briefcase.
Okay. So
hold on. I gotta step in. Producer Cream stepping in again.
Yeah.
He's not Edge. His name is Cope. All right. He's not even Adam Cope, and Adam Cope is a shit name.
But it sounds better than just Cope. Let's just be real.
Are you fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
Yeah.
No, it does. No, I disagree.
I don't know.
Say it again. Say it again. Say
All
it
right.
again that Adam Cope is better than Cope.
All right, Will Smith, calm down over there.
Nah, say it again.
Nah,
No, I have something teed up. You literally have to say it again.
Adam Cope.
What a bunch of idiots, imbeciles, stupid as it gets. Stupid, clueless idiot, a bunch of clueless nuts. Is there anybody here that's got any brains? Stupid, stupid, stupid every day, every night. So stupid. Yeah, just really stupid.
That should be Brett's name when he went to WCW. Not the Hitman. Brett the Cope Hart. That could have been his name.
Yep.
Good
Brett
Lord.
the co-part.
Yeah, so there's that, and they pretty much Moxley gets him in the bulldog choke. What's he called? The Death Rider choke or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's the bulldog choke, and Edge passes out. And Cream will be very happy because the grocery bag that you can get at Kroger for your fruit appears again. They're about to try to smother him again.
Really?
I'm not bullshitting you.
They did it again. They tried to do it again.
My hand to God. My hand to God.
What the fuck? I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for anyone who's just showing up, I was on stream with Lethal and Mazza, so I missed AEW. Let's just okay. Now his camera's fixed. Shit. It was fucking legging out there for a second. Trey was just looking off to the side.
Yeah, my internet flickered for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. We got a funny screenshot there for a second, though. So I missed the show. I agree. Trey was so excited that he froze. So I'm being backstage producer today, but holy shit, I missed the grocery bag return.
Yep.
The worst moment in wrestling of last year, according to me.
Not even last year. What was it? Not even 4 months ago. This all this shit's coming down.
Well, that's what I mean. Last year, the worst moment of 2024, in my opinion, was that bag.
It's up there. It's up there, man. They try to bring it back. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't get excited when I see Edge anymore. When I see Edge, this is how I was with CM Punk when I hated him. It was just cool. I was only happy he was there because it was cool hearing his song. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, it was cool hearing Colt's personality, or it's cool hearing Metal Lincoln.
Yeah, Trey,
that's all I see Edges now. You
bring up a good point too, because when you hear his music now in AEW, it just does it feels so out of place. It feels I don't know how to say this. The song is so more produced better than the actual fucking show. It doesn't even fit.
Yes.
It doesn't fit his character. that makes any sense.
That song's WWE to me. It doesn't fit anywhere else. It's not like even Jeff Hardy didn't bring. I know he did now, but when he first went to TNA, he wasn't bringing his like iconic themes there. He had his own TNA songs.
Oh well, Jeff hated that theme song. He always wanted his own theme. That's why he made Mondist. So yeah, but getting back to that segment, they're about to put the bag over Edge's head and suffocate him. All of a sudden, Powerhouse Hobbs' music plays, and Moxley looked like he was about to shit himself. He was like, "Oh no, big black guy, gotta run!" Even though I got 4 other people with me, I'm scared of this one dude. I know he's a killer, and I know he looks, he's huge. But you got the numbers advantage. You got 4 on 1.
And Cesaro's a big dude too. Are we forgetting he has Cesaro with him, who's a pretty big guy?
And like I said, he's a big dude, man. Powerhouse Hobbs looks like a killer. Nothing against him, but he just comes out walking into the ring and he's like, "All right, even though there's like 4 or 5 of us, let's just fucking dip. We're out. We're not gonna mess with this guy." It's like he's one person.
I've always hated that. Even when Evolution did that back, and then you're 4 people. What are we doing?
I know. Look, I know, guys. We're supposed to be chicken shit heels, right? But Moxie's group's supposed to be like these bunch of badasses. So
But
why
you
are
have numbers.
why are they retreating? Why are they retreating? Why?
They have numbers. Even the NWO didn't always run away when Goldberg showed up. Sometimes they just jumped him.
And that's the thing too. If Moxley was so scared for his life to take a page out of Tony Khan's playbook, why didn't he just tell his guys go after him, and then he can hightail it with freaking Schaefer and just fucked off and got out of the building?
Yeah.
But like, duh. Why not? But again, it's John Moxley. Only thing he's worried about freaking is being looking like a badass because he didn't want to go in and unclog toilets and shit. Fucking plumber bitch. And then FTR gets in the ring. They're checking on Cope and was like, "Oh, are you dead? Oh, you good? Okay, never mind." And they go to commercial break. Oh my lord, this show gets shittier by the fucking week, man.
Such a useless segment.
Then we go. Then we get a backstage segment, or from the commercial, we get a Mariah May promo. She's talking about something. I really didn't pay it too much attention. Then Harley Cameron came on screen. Then she got my attention because that was out. That's premium milk jugs, milkers.
She was hot. Hot. So I was like, okay, y'all got some hot chicks here.
And she's actually kind of improved. She's not like the greatest wrestler in the world, but at least she has something called a character. At least she has some of a personality that kind of people gravitate towards besides her titties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But basically, they're gonna have a match for Collision that no one's gonna be watching. I'm not watching that shit. Thank God.
No.
Not doing it.
We don't do Collision over here.
No. No, I never want to either. So then we get a triple threat women's match. We get winner gets a number one entry in next week's Casino Gauntlet match. It's Chris Statlander versus Tony Storm, because she's got amnesia, and Willow Nightingale in a triple threat. Really nothing happened in this match, really. Nothing happened. Chris Statlander wins, but they pinfall. She won by the Wednesday Night Fever, which I don't even know what that is. I think it was that.
It's a play on Saturday Night Fever, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they're going for?
I guess, but it was like a tombstone, wasn't it? Was not the finish?
Yeah,
like a tombstone or whatever.
Okay, can I go on side real quick?
Yeah.
Stop the fucking tombstones. Now it's the new super kick to me, and it's even worse because a tombstone was a finish that legit, if he did it on somebody, probably kill him. If we're being honest,
yeah.
And it was a match ender, and not everyone and their fucking mother did it, but now everybody just does tombstones now.
Yeah, everybody did. And that's the thing too. That finish was so protected back in the day when Undertaker did it. Plus,
or even Kane did it. Even Kane, when he did it,
well,
no one mostly kicked out.
Yeah, no, it was still protected. It's like McIntyre. McIntyre was doing it on the Indies, and it looked great because he was doing like his. He was kind of doing like when Justin Incredible used to do back in ECW, like the twisting tombstone kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it makes sense for these big guys to do this shit. But like Statlander's got some, she's got some decent size to her. I didn't have a problem with that, but just the way she cradled, like she did like the whole leg cradle thing, that didn't look good. Like that looks awkward as fuck. But yeah, that was that match. Chris Statlander wins.
Weird. I don't know why Tony Storm didn't win. I thought
she's winning the gauntlet next week in Cincinnati. I'm willing to put money on that because she's either from Australia or New Zealand, so you know that they're going to give her that hometown match, right? Excuse me.
They're going to do a Rhea Ripley last year did at a Perth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be worse version of that.
Well, they can't even sell tickets. They've only sold 2,000 tickets, and they're talking about going to a smaller stadium again. I mean, it's funny, but it's sad all in the same point because they're going. WWE's going selling out internationally, and AEW can't even freaking apparently fill out gymnasiums.
And how many viewers was there for Collision last week?
Under 3,000.
Under 3. I mean, I think you mean 300,000, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
Holy shit, under 3,000.
I was going to say, Jesus, that's bad, dude. That's
even fucking GCW gets more than that. Fuck.
Their highest rating show this year from Collision last year in December, whatever that show was on, that Friday or something, whatever it was the Costco guys. and they freaking posted a 600K viewership. That was the third highest collision in the show's history. Because they were getting 6s last year when Punk was booking for the show for Collision. They were getting 6s for the debut, and there was the one they did, I think in week 5. I think it was a rating of a 600K. So, yeah, the era of protected finishers are over. In AEW, it is. In WWE, at least when someone hits a spear, like when Braun Breaker hits a spear, it's done. Baron Corbin was the most protected finish. Like no one kicked out at the end of the day. It's what his finish was like protected for maybe a good 8 years or something like that.
Yeah, it was a while, bro. Like
until McIntyre. Yeah, until McIntyre kicked out at Mania in Dallas.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's and plus Sheamus too. Sheamus's brogue kick was pretty much protected there for a minute too. But like I said, it's called competent booking versus incompetent booking. And that's what Tony is. He's an idiot. He thinks everyone wants to see, video game style matches. No one's asking for that shit. And the ones who do ask for that shit are fucking virgins. They don't know shit from apple butter. But going back there, Tony Storm goes backstage talking to Renee. She's like, how do you feel after the match? She's like, oh, I don't feel too good. Chris Statlander was the better woman, blah, blah, blah. It's just not Tony time. And she's like, I don't deserve to be in the Battle Royal. So right there, she's winning the Battle Royal next fucking week. I mean, come on. You got to be mentally retarded if you don't see that happening. A blind Stevie Wonder can see that shit coming. But then here we go at the big return. Everyone was talking about it all night long. They wouldn't shut up talking about it. Apparently, my favorite new wrestler, and according to Cream, Kenny Buttfucker Finger Bang, No Having Twat Having Ass Omega shows up with his new Final Fantasy remake song. I don't give a fuck. Comes out wearing a dress shirt and some shit. I don't know. Butterfly stitches because the nasty fucker bladed like a gusher in Japan. Didn't even take a shower until he left into his hotel room. Nasty fuck. Comes out all dramatic like he always does. It's like, my doctors told me that I would never wrestle again. But somehow Brock Lesnar was, able to come back to the WWE and have a career. Had the same freaking problem, the same element, but of course, he's got to give that dramatic speech. You know what I mean? Of course, Kenny does. Like he always
Brock
does.
Lesnar, producer Cream stepping in again. Brock Lesnar had diverticulitis and fought in the UFC with diverticulitis. Like he didn't pull out of his matches. He fought. He ended up losing, probably because he had diverticulitis. But he
lost the world title. What's his name? Right?
Frank Mir?
Yeah. No. It was the Mexican. I can't remember. Was it Cain Velasquez?
Yes.
Or was it the Santos or something like that?
No, it's Velasquez.
It was Velasquez.
They did the But yeah, he fought with diverticulitis. So
yeah,
I don't know what it's a little bit easier to wrestle than fucking fight.
An actual guy pounding you in the face. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a serious illness, and
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but come on.
But Kenny, but every time Kenny cuts a promo, it sounds like he's like reading Shakespeare or something. Like he doesn't sound like an actual real person. He sounds like a Shakespearean actor in a park somewhere. To be or not to be? That is the question. Would I ever wrestle again in front of all you lovely fans? It's like, can't you ever just be fucking real? Literally, can't you just ever be real and talk from the heart? Why do you have to sound like? First of all, he looks like Marco Harp, anyways. He looks ridiculous every time I see the guy.
I've never liked Kenny Omega. I never saw what people saw in him.
No.
To me, he looked like a wannabe Seth Rollins to me. I was like, this just looks like a team Seth Rollins. And I'm sorry, Kenny Marks, but I'm sorry. You wrestle a blow-up doll. I am not taking you fucking seriously.
Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't wrestle a blow-up doll. He wrestled a child. He wrestled a 7-year-old child. Yeah,
that's even worse. That's even fucking worse.
Yeah, his lover, his golden lover, aka his Bushi partner, Kota Ibushi, wrestled the Blow Up Doll in Japan. Which, by the way, Kota Ibushi was barred from the Tokyo Dome for the pay-per-view, and Kenny was very upset about that, so he couldn't get his ass fucked later after the match was over with. But that's a different story for a different time. He's cutting his promo. I'm not really going to go into the whole details. I don't care. I just don't fucking care. He's about to cry, and just we're talking about Kenny Omega Gigawatt, a homosexual. That's what we're talking about right now. Look him up. Google it, bitch. He comes out about to cry, and all of a sudden, no music, but the Titantron shows it's a picture of Don Callis. Don Callis shows up, and he's about to say, I think he said 2 syllables, right, Trey? Right?
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Don Callis, man. What are you doing, bro? Why aren't you WWE? Fuck.
And all of a sudden, Omega jumps from the ring, like he jumps out of the ring to the second rope. He comes in there, and Don Callis is running back to the tunnels. Omega jumps on him and just starts wailing on him, right? Like he owes him money. Which I know I know there's a story there, but it's like it was very random how they did that shit. He's just beating him down. All of a sudden, here comes the new Chris Benoit and Timu Drew McIntyre. Here comes Lance Archer, and then here comes Brian Cage. They come out. The whole Don Callis family's beating him up. Yada, yada, yada. Let's see. Kyle Fletcher showed up, started beating him up. Then all of a sudden, Ospreay's music shows up. He's playing his music, and he comes out with a chair. He whacks Timu Drew McIntyre with the chair. Kyle Fletcher gets out of there like his hair's on fire. Brian Cage just stood there and got, he was fed the chair too. And then Omega gets up and they're fighting people off, and all of a sudden everyone's gone except for Will Ospreay and Omega. And Ospreay has the chair, and look there for a minute, he was gonna whack Omega with the chair to the back. That's the way they're indicating it with that spot there. So that happened. They just stare at each other. Ospreay's basically telling him whatever. It was not really audible, so I couldn't hear what he was saying to him. But I guess he was just like saying, I didn't come out to save you, bro. I came out here because I wanted a piece of the Don Callis family, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. They do that. Omega grabs a chair. Ospreay leaves the ring. Kenny Omega puts a chair down, and they're counting the show down. They're telling the announcers wrap it up, blah blah blah. Kenny Omega grabs the mic, and he grabs the mic and he starts trying to talk. So apparently no one told him they're going for the countdown, or he just didn't give a shit. But they went off the air with Kenny Omega grabbing the mic, talking to dead air, and they went dark. And that's your review of AEW Dynamite from Clarksville, Tennessee.
One of the most random endings. So it's like he didn't even get this. He was gonna say something, and they just cut. It's like, fuck.
Well, Trey, don't forget Sting's retirement match. They went over the television time for the pay-per-view and told everyone, if you want to know what Sting said, make sure you pay attention to the social media to get Sting's comments. I just paid almost $60 for a pay-per-view. You mean to tell me I can't even listen to Sting's retirement match? I got to go to freaking YouTube and listen to that? What the fuck are you guys doing over there? Shit.
Yeah, this is even NXT last night. This is what you counter NXT with?
Yeah.
New Year's Evil? This shit?
Yep. And that's why I said I thought the first match on the show, I was enjoying it until the midway of the match. And then, like I said, when he went for the freaking reverse go to sleep, and then he hit the freaking curb stomp, that should have been the finish. But of course, Tony can't book for shit. At
least last week, it was an hour. It was almost an hour where me and Creamer were watching. Oh, this is kind of mid. This week, it was like one match, and the show's already shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That show sounds like hot fucking dog shit. I am so glad I played Dead by Daylight instead. Wow.
Yeah,
I think next week I'll make up an excuse. So
no. I was on stream. You can find it. Check Maz's channel.
No, that was an excuse. He was like, you know what? Trey and Mr. T can suffer this week. I'm playing Dead by Daylight with the boys. Fuck it. I'm not doing this.
Yes, actually, yeah, that is it. Well, with that, a couple things here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. We're going to be doing some different things on the channel. I think we have some videos that we're going to start working on.
Mm-hmm.
We won't say what they are yet, but we'll let you know when they're actually ready. So hopefully they're ready by February 1st, if you catch my drift. With that, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for hosting this, Mr. T and Trey. Thank you for watching the show while I didn't have to. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more question before we go.
I am not going. Even though tickets are still available, I am not going. For ringside seats, it is $156 in the hard cam section. Dynamite's kind of somewhat sold out, but the next TV taping for the next day, tickets you can buy anywhere. But I'm not paying $156 to be freaking miserable. If I wanted to do that, I'll watch Disney Star Wars for that shit.
What about Collision? Collision's cheap, right?
No, it's the same. It's the same price for ringside ticket for both nights. $156. The only cheapest. The only cheapest ticket in the house is in the balcony, and it's on the far, far, far left side of the building. It's $24.
Oh, that's worth it.
I'm not going to that shit. I'm not.
Yeah, you are. I think so.
No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And there was also two matches. Since we're talking about this too, there was two matches announced for that show too. It's going to be Moxley defending the world title against Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah,
excuse me. And it's also
Omega versus Brian Cage, right?
First match in over a year on television, AEW television.
Yeah. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching the show. We will be back with you on Friday for SmackDown. Yes.
A much better show. An actual decent show. Yeah.
Hopefully. You never know. Sometimes it feels like we're gonna get thrown shit. You know what? Let's play these two clips and let's hit it.
Mankind, the great WWE hardcore man.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom! 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 Boom!